This is the 17th season of Bass Talk Live with your hosts, Mark Jeffries and Matt Pangrack. BTL is brought to you by Lowrance, Basscat Boats, AFCO, Duck and Fishing, Strike King Lures, Sunline, Big Bite Baits, Spro, X-Zone Lures, Yamagatsu, The Bass Tank, and Denali Rods. PTL coming at you. Good Tuesday, everybody. Welcome once again to another edition of BTL Bass Talk Live, where we're going to talk bass fishing and anything else that we want to talk about. Yes, we have a special guest today, and Matthew is still stuck in Tulsa because of this crazy weather in Oklahoma. Matthew, how you doing?
Good. It's a polar vortex. It actually is a polar vortex.
It truly is.
Yeah, it's like the whole country. I was talking with guys, no one knows. But Brad, how far what will this do for March fishing? What is happening now affect all through March? I mean, are we gonna be catching spawners in August?
No, definitely not in August. But definitely, it's a setback of a couple of weeks. I mean, really, it probably just kind of puts things really in line of where they should be. Because without this cold weather, I think the country kind of experiences an earlier than normal spawn.
So, I mean, this will be – do you have the weather, Mark? It's going to be like single digits and stuff. It'll be the coldest that I've ever seen it for consecutive days. And if you look across the country – so, I mean, we're fishing Pickwick the end of April. We're fishing Smith Lake the beginning of April. I've got some jackpots on 10 Killer and Grand in March. I mean, what we're experiencing across that middle part of the country now will affect all of those tournaments and what's going on in them, right? Or is it like a week of warm weather and now it's back to normal?
No.
I mean, look at those temps. I'm asking you, Brad, what's your opinion on that?
Like I said, I think it puts things like, a spawn in Oklahoma and more towards the middle of April instead of something crazy where it's the very end of March or the very first of April, I mean, we're still a long ways out. I mean, we could have some warm weather to warm things up quickly. I'm a true believer, and it has more to do with the daylight hours. Those fish know. Same way as they know in the fall, same way deer understand what they're doing with the rut. It's got a lot to do with how long that sun is overhead, and they know the days are getting longer, even if it's cold. Now, obviously, they can't spawn with 6 degree as a high in Oklahoma. If Oklahoma City is the high 6 and 7, 6 degrees and 7 degrees, I wonder what the high is up in, say, Michigan or Nebraska, North Dakota. Is it like negative 34?
It's negatives big time.
Oh, yeah.
They're saying this is setting the record for Oklahoma for most consecutive days without getting above freezing since 1890 or something.
I can tell you this as a plumber. All the years I spent plumbing when I was younger, there's going to be a lot of problems in Oklahoma, mainly because people are not used to seeing these many consecutive days. So if you live south of I-40, anywhere in the continental United States, and your temperatures look like that consecutive days and it never gets above freezing, we're going to have a lot of problems because most of us, quote, quote, southern part of the United States, we're not used to that, and our houses aren't either. So there's going to be some major issues.
And the thing that really sticks out on that forecast, besides the number of days that are below 32 degrees, is look at Saturday, Sunday, and then into Monday. The low is -2 on Sunday, and then on Monday, -1. That's crazy. And you know what that reminded me of, Brad, was that event, and I have no idea how many years ago it was. It was at Lake Eufaula. It was a winter jackpot.
Yeah.
And we had to bust ice to get our boats into the lake. And I think there were 40-something boats in it. Nobody caught a fish.
Yeah, there wasn't a bass caught. And I mean, we were literally you would go into giant areas of the lake that were, huge coves, like in the Porham area. And you literally were breaking ice trying to get to places that you would hope that weren't frozen.
Did anyone even have a bite?
I didn't.
We didn't. I don't think so. No. They just rolled the money over to the next tournament.
It was crazy.
It was crazy, man. I mean, it really was. It was insane.
You would get around a boat dock, Matt. There, and I forget what cut it is. It's on the dam side. What is that? The south side by the dam. There's 2 or 3 cuts there.
Greenleaf.
And you would flip a jig behind the dock, and it'd never go in the water because of the ice. Now, Brad, seriously, with that many days below freezing, how thick is the ice going to get, say, on Grand Lake?
I heard Matt talking about that, like a couple of inches. I can't honestly answer that question because I don't know, even back in that tournament that you're talking about, that's been 20 plus years ago.
Yeah.
I don't think it was that cold.
I don't either.
I don't think it's been this cold. So, you know, Matt's the guy that lived a little further north than I've ever lived. What do you think?
I think they'll get a couple inches. I mean, you're talking 5 days where it's not even going to hit 20 with lows that low, especially if there's not much wind. So I just got back from Minnesota. I mean, I'm an ice fishing expert now.
So can you walk on that kind of ice? Can guys?
I mean, I would.
Can they drill holes on Grand Lake and crappie fish?
There might be. You need to get, I believe it's called a spud, which is a metal pole with the deal and whack, and then you can tell how deep it is. And you need at least 4 inches. It'll be very interesting. I'll have never seen it this frozen. There literally will be nowhere to break the boat in, unless the power plants run.
So what happens is, I've heard stories like this before. Lake Eufaula Cove. It's a big cove, and that's where a lot of tournaments go out of. There's a big marina in there. There's multiple boat ramps, and they're on different sides of the cove. And what we do down here in Oklahoma when it gets cold like this is we have people actually try this. This was tried. It could be tried this week. Someone gets the bright idea, hey, I'm just going to drive across the lake from this boat ramp to that boat ramp once the ice covered Eufaula Cove. And the truck sank, obviously. It did make it a ways out there before it went through. But, yeah, Eufaula locals.
Yeah, don't be an idiot. People, it's not safe.
No. All right.
I would like to see if I could find a place to be like, hey, I ice fished on Grand. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to get your chance maybe, Matt. So we'll see, especially.
There's going to be like a shallow backwater thing where it's not very deep. You got enough safe ice. And you have to have a hand drill since none of us have actual drills. And then just drop the bait and just be like, yep, I ice fished behind the Honey Creek Bridge and then leave.
Okay, if that's on your bucket list. All right, today's show, along with having Bradley present, we're going to do the second round. And I've changed the name, folks. Some people just didn't get it. Now, I changed the name to what, Matthew?
I don't remember. It's another
above or below. Okay? Now, think of this as looking at a standing sheet, either on a piece of paper or on your computer screen or your phone. Matt and I are going to come up with a number for 4 anglers. Whatever that number is, you're going to get a chance to call in on the Sunline Hotline, and I'll put the numbers up here after we take a commercial break. And you select either above or below where this angler is going to finish in the Bassmaster Elite Series on the St. Johns River, kicking off the season in Florida. So, an example, let's say John Smith. Matt says the above or below number is 30. So then you would call in and say, I believe that John Smith is going to finish above 30th place.
And then your winning weight.
And then whatever the winning weight is for the event.
Should Brad stick around and we do 5 for this one? He gets to throw in a guy too?
Yeah, we'll do 5 for this one.
Okay.
All right. So you can give Brad an angler, and then Brad has to come up with the above or below number.
Have you guys found that your joints hurt more when it's super cold out?
Everything hurts more.
I just discovered that. Like it's kind of weird to me. Like I move my knee and it's just like,
man, it's called getting old. It has nothing to do with the weather or anything.
No, it 100% does. It's just like,
what was that?
I don't know.
Couldn't tell you.
I could hear myself for a brief moment.
thought it was a cow. It sounded like a cow again.
Oh, did you open up? Did you open up your YouTube, Brad?
Yeah, I did. I was just teasing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you can see the comments.
Absolutely.
See, people are saying this is just as confusing as
I cannot put it any simpler. Think of it as a standing sheet.
So you're doing above and below.
Or below.
I mean, I understand it 100%, but
what's not to understand about it?
I mean, better or worse than would also work. But I understand there's negative connotations with the word worse.
Yeah. It's not confusing. You're either finishing above or think the guy's going to finish above 30th place or below 30th place. And Bradley, I'm being a nice guy. If it's a push, I'm going to go ahead and give it to him. So if we set the number at 30 and he finishes in 30th place, I'm going to say, you're good. And it goes in there.
Okay.
All right? No split, no nothing like that or anything like that. Now, out of, let's say everybody, we have 10 people pick John Smith, and they took the above, whatever the number is. Whoever has the closest weight to the winning weight is going to win a $100 Visa gift card. I didn't want to do anything specific because I thought, this is kind of a cool way that you can spend it on whatever you want to get ready for the season. Might want to go out and buy some gloves or a big, thick jacket or maybe some hand warmers. I don't know.
Or possibly a Valentine's gift for your significant other that kind of tends to lead off to better relationships throughout the fishing season.
Well, they should have that taken care of already. So that's the plan. We will open up the phone lines after we take the commercial break. I'll put the phone number up there. Let's see. I think I have it written down here anyway from yesterday.
Is that maybe a walleye shirt you have on, Brad? It looks like a Wally diver or something.
It's that Spro bait.
Seriously, what is it?
It's the Mad Eye series, dude. Seriously, it's a Spro Mad Eye series.
Is it new?
No. See, it says since 97.
Well, I thought that was right. I didn't know it was the Mad Eye series.
Matt.
The Mad Eye series, huh?
Dude, I know more about walleye fishing than you do.
Wow.
So it is a walleye bait.
I don't know.
Does it not have a walleye bait look to it? Kind of like a rip bait?
Absolutely. It's kind of got that hump to it.
Yeah.
All right. Here's the phone number, and I'll throw it up before we go to commercial break. The phone number is 405-253-5543, and we'll start taking phone calls after commercial break. All right, Bradley, have to know, are you ready to go? Seriously, do you have everything ready with this cold snap that's taking place, or are you behind? And is it going to make it more difficult for you to get the stuff done that you don't have done?
One of the biggest things that I learned a few years ago is if I can either A, carry a boat for 2 years instead of every year, or B, if I can schedule getting my new boat somewhere around May or June instead of doing it right now when everybody does it. Luckily for me, the Bass Tank is still the wrap that I'm carrying this year sponsor-wise. So I didn't order my boat until very late. So my boat will not come until late spring, early summer. So that alone in itself is a huge deal. I mean, you can ask Matt. That's one of the big things that he's really, it's just that huge changeover. It's taking everything out, everything in, all the rigging, new wraps, all those things. Those are big time suckers that I don't have. So really all I've got to do is go out to my little bass cave and tinker with some tackle. I've got some plastics that I want to pack up and just go through that kind of stuff. But other than that, I'm good to go.
All right, Matt, with the exception of your boat, do you have everything else ready to go?
No, so since I've never fished in Florida before, I don't have like the luxury like Brad does of like, oh, I've got this stuff got kind of stowed away. Now it's time to put Florida stuff in the boat. So I have to go through the extra step of procuring said things. So like, making sure my trick sticks come in and the different colors and everything's June bug and all the different braid and the heavy punching stuff and the 1.5 ounce weights. I mean, like everything that a lot of those guys go, okay, here's the Florida Pat, just like we do with now it's wintertime. Let's put jerk baits, jigs, and blade bait or whatever in the boat. I don't have that stuff to put in the boat, so I have to go through and then make sure I have it. I've actually been talking with Brad a lot too, like, hey man, like, what are the 5 things that like I'm just, got to make sure I have that are the staples? Because obviously I have an idea of what I need, but I mean, I don't throw a June bug trick stick a lot at Oklahoma. I don't do a lot of the straight tail worms and the colors and all the little buzzing things that they do. So I have to go a couple extra steps.
All right, folks, there's the phone number. Write it down, and we will start taking phone calls when we come back. All right, a couple of housekeeping items, and then we'll take a break and come back and start this contest. The above or below. Remember, folks, think of it as a line when Matt and I and Brad set the number for 5 anglers today on the Bassmaster Elite Series. Tonight, we were supposed to kick off with KJ, Kelly Jordan, the Music and Memory Show. That's actually been pushed to next Tuesday. What are you laughing at, Bradley?
Just you and Kelly, music at night.
Yeah, a couple hours, man. It's gonna be fun. Kelly's really, really into music and has been all of his life. So, and for those that don't know about it, it's just a different kind of show. Obviously, we can't do it on YouTube, so it's going to air on basshone.com because of the copyright violations. And yes, legally, I've done everything right. I've paid for the rights to play this music. And Kelly and I are going to talk about music. We're gonna talk about bands. We're going to talk about some of the stuff that Kelly, from a fishing standpoint, that he has related music to for his entire life. And it's just kind of my getaway. And Kelly wants to get away and play a little music too. So next Tuesday night is when that's going to go down, and looking very, very excited to have Kelly on the show and spinning some tunes. Sunday night, 7 p.m., that is when we're going to have the very first Bassmaster Elite Series BTL postgame show. That will take place right here on BTL, on YouTube, and with the cooperation of the Bass media staff. We're going to hopefully have the winner on, and if we can't have the winner on due to logistics, we will have one of the top finishers from that event on the show Sunday night. And that show's really kind of to get the fans involved, and we'll take phone calls. We'll get your thoughts on what went down at the SJR on Sunday night. So a lot going on, really, really cool stuff, and many thanks to Bass for allowing us to do the post-game show on Sunday night at 7 o'clock. Anything else, Matthew? Any news?
No, just everyone's getting ready for their first tournament in Florida. Just remember, if you call in, you have a question for Brad or want to make a comment, we can hear you. Everyone else can hear you fine. It's just the way the system is set up. You will not be able to hear until after you hang up. So it's kind of like talk show radio. Ask your question, take the answer off air.
That's it.
After you give your picks and stuff like that. So I think we're going to throw in an extra one too. Brad's actually going to get to throw in a pick here. So I got the you'll be very proud to know. I know you didn't open it up yesterday, Mark, but I have the all the callers, their picks over under, which obviously is the most controversial thing we've ever done, and their weight in an Excel spreadsheet. So I got the Excel spreadsheet dialed up again for today, so everyone will be in it to win the $100.
Yeah, and we'll post that up on basshone.com later this afternoon when I get to my class, and I'll get that up there to where everybody can see the above or below, over, under, whatever you want to call it, and then the total winning weight. So that will be out there on basshone.com. All right, we're going to take a break, come back, start taking phone calls, and before you start dialing, obviously Matt and myself and Brad, we got to make our above or below selection. So everybody stay tuned.
Though, right?
Yeah. We'll do it when we come back from commercial. All right, everybody stay tuned. We'll be right back.
The ultimate fishing system starts with Lowrance HDS Live. The best fish finding tools, from chirp sonar and fish reveal to active imaging and new active target live sonar, and complete touchscreen control from your trolling motor to your big motor. For a limited time, building the ultimate fishing system will be easier on your wallet. Upgrade to HDS Live with a Ghost trolling motor, active target sonar, or live sight sonar, and save up to $800.
Basscat's legendary 20-foot platform has been paired with angler-approved accessories for 2021. Puma FTD features the proven hull used by many of the top names in bass fishing today, backed by a transferable lifetime warranty. The Puma FTD boasts a full team deck concept which enhances efficiency for you and your tournament partners. Turnkey tournament-winning performance. The Puma FTD SP from Basscat.
The Ned rig. What rod should I be using with the Ned rig? My favorite is the Denali Lithium multi-spin rod. It's our 7'4" length, great Ned rig rod. It's got a great sensitive tip on it. It's long enough where I can make long casts, which you're usually fishing clear water with a Ned rig, and it's got enough backbone to get those fish in. So check it out, Denali Lithium Series 7'4" multi-spin.
Guys, what makes our Spro lures beat the competition?
I mean, you have to admit, we nailed it with my McSticks and rock crawlers.
Man, we've all won money on my plugs.
My Wamic shot put fish in my boat.
One thing's for sure, we all count on our Spro lures to beat the competition.
Designing cutting-edge baits with some of America's top anglers. Spro lures beat the competition. To see the entire lineup, visit a retailer near you or spro.com.
Pro-inspired, pro-designed. Tested and proven by legends on the water. Dominating the tournament trail for over 50 years. Everything you need, one legendary brand. Strike King.
Hey guys, Major League Fishing Pro, Jacob Wheeler here with my new Signature Series line of rods with Duck It Fishing. We have my 7.2 cranking rod right here. Crankbaits can be very fickle, and having the right, having a lot of tip can be too much, and having not enough tip can, lose a lot of fish. So you really got to be careful. If there's one or two techniques that I'm really adamant about having the perfect action as a crankbait, especially like the square bill, a DT6, those medium running crankbaits in the springtime when those fish's mouth are pretty tough. That's when I'm really on top of having my actions just perfect.
Let's face it, fishing electronics are no longer an afterthought. They've become a necessity. And at the Bass Tank, our experts match you with the right electronics, provide professional installation, and educate you to help maximize your catching results while providing support along the way. Because let's be honest, it's about catching, not just fishing. And when you're ready for better results, join the Bass Tank team. Visit us today on Facebook or go to thebasstank.com.
You've been waiting all week for this. And Sunline wants to make sure you're ready for it with bulk spools of all your favorite fishing lines.
Oh, it's so fun.
Bulk up with Sunline.
All right, we are back on a Tuesday, and it is time to play above or below. And Matt, you're going to kick it off. I'm going to give you the first name. You set what the number needs to be at, And once again, folks, the number that Matt gives is going to be the number that you either say that this person is going to finish above or below whatever place that Matt places the number at.
And we got 101 on the Elite Series this year.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, I forgot to mention this, and I just want to I want to let everybody know I have received probably 3 or 4 more emails from people that either them or their wife or a very close relative is suffering from MS. And they've all asked me about this new treatment that I'm on. And I've tried to respond very quickly, but I want to let everybody know I actually started my treatment yesterday. And they all want to know what the treatment is. There is some great information out on the internet, and the treatment is called Mavinclad. I've had a lot of questions. A lot of people have asked what the drug is, and it's not an infusion. It's not an injection. It's an actual pill, and it's called Mavinclad. So if there's anybody out there whose life is being affected by MS, definitely check that out. There is a ton of information out there. It was actually the number 1 treatment for MS in England and in Europe, and now it's in the United States, and started yesterday. It's kind of cool, Matt. You take 10 pills over 5 days, and then you wait a month, and then you take 10 pills over 5 days, and then you wait till the next year, and you repeat the same process, and you're done forever.
Kind of sounds like your fraternity parties.
The back 9, right?
That sounds like someone you get in a fight with in the back of a slough. Man, I ran to the back of that slough, and old Mavinclad came in on top of me.
Mavinclad. That's pretty funny.
That son of a gun, that Mavinclad always tries to fish that same stretch as me.
Yeah, Mavinclad. That's kind of funny. All right, let's go ahead and kick this thing off. The first name I'm going to send your way, Matthew, John Cox. What's the number? He is
fishing the Elite Series and not the Tour this week.
That's what I hear.
Okay.
You know,
101.
Hang on. Should I pick another one just in case?
No, he's fishing the Elite Series.
All right.
This week. So now I pick where I think, would be a good line for him to finish above or wait, no, what are we doing?
Oh my gosh.
Time out. He wants to pick another just in case. Is it like Johnny's a scratch, like you don't know where he might show up?
Yeah, we're not sure where he's showing up because he's fishing all 3. He's fishing the MLF.
Let me pick another guy.
I understand that he's fishing all 3.
He's fishing the Elite Series this week.
Okay.
I believe so.
That's what I thought.
Well, that's what I was thinking is like he's announced that he's going to fish the Elite Series this week, but his boat's been seen in other places.
Let me just pick another person because I don't want to
get. His boat's been seen at other places, Brad?
I'm just stirring rumors. It sounded like fun.
Is he going to do that helicopter thing again?
I don't know. He needs a time change for that to happen.
No, John Cox is a great one, Mark. Let's stick with that one.
All right. What do you got? What's the number?
I got to go 20th on John Cox. He's got to finish. That's in the top 20% of the field in Florida.
25 or 20?
20. John Cox in Florida. That's 20 all day.
I agree with Panger.
Okay. So the number is 20. So, folks, when you call in, if you want to take John Cox, it's you either believe that John Cox is going to finish above 20th place, 19th or 18th,
no,
17th,
you're giving
16th,
it to him, so 20th or above, or
there
21st or below.
Yeah.
So if I think he's going to finish 20th or above, I say higher than? Over? Wait, I need to write this down. What are we doing?
Better or worse?
You're making things worse is what you're doing.
So I say better than 88 pounds. And that's 88 pounds. He's going to finish better than 20th. If he finishes better than 20th, then I'm in the draw. And if I'm closest with the 88 pounds, I win the card.
Yeah.
Bingo. Easy. All right. So John Cox, 20th. So now it's my turn.
Yep.
Dude, you got to go with Jason Christie making his return to the Elite Series.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna set that number at 25.
Okay.
Hang on.
Brad, pick a name.
Seriously, this is easy. Scotty Martin, first Elite Series event ever.
Oh.
You said it, Matt.
Oh, Scott Martin in Florida. I have no idea what his history. If he has a great history on the. 15.
Ooh.
I knew it was going to be high. That's saying a lot that we got John Cox at 20.
Yeah, but it's also a little bit different year. I mean, it's not setting up to be a slugfest sight fishing deal. Not that you can't catch them. All right, you ready for one? You ready for number 4? Who gets to set this one? We'll let Brad set this one.
Yeah, let Brad set it.
Steve Kennedy.
Ooh. You know what's bad here is so like the fantasy fishing stuff that we've done. I should know some more history on him than what I do.
I do. He's sneaky good, but he also.
I'm sure he is. That's what I was just thinking of the times that I've been to Florida with him when I was involved, and he is sneaky good. But he probably also has some mixed results. I'm going to set this one a little higher. I'm going to set this one at 40.
At 40.
Yes.
Ooh.
All right, so we have one more.
Yep.
I am going to go with Bryan New.
Ooh.
What's going to be, Matt?
First tournament, but he also won the first one the last couple of times. He's won down in Florida before.
Yeah.
JT Kenny and he are like brothers.
Yeah. I think out of 100, 30th.
Okay. All right, I'm going to get these keyed in. Obviously, a man that's had success in Florida, Bradley, what do you think is going to be one of the big keys for these guys this week?
I think that with the lack of grass and eelgrass, the things that have gone on down there in the past that they've been there, I think that it could be a huge curveball, especially with the cooler weather, the cooler temps, the fish not sight fishing. Because, I mean, quite frankly, if you look at some of the past events, some of the guys have really kind of crutched themselves along with a few nice bites sight fishing out of those canals that really weren't on a whole lot. So that's going to change that. Maybe that not Lake George, but the Rodman Reservoir that you have to lock into. Maybe that thing plays more. Maybe there's some mats of some type where flipping becomes a bigger deal in this event than it has in some of the past. Maybe it's open water shell beds that become the big player, and that could very well be as well with current and running the tide.
All right, Matt, keep going because I'm trying to get these keyed in.
What do you think, Aaron?
Yeah, I totally agree. It'll be very. I mean, plus there's a bunch of new faces on the Elite Series, but it's the cool thing about the St. John's is you go there, you cover a couple tournaments there, and they're like, this is boring. They just do the same thing every time, and everyone runs to the same thing. But then you hear what everyone talks about, how much Florida changes, and you hear that about. There's still the same areas that play all across Florida, but then like little something changes and it's a completely different tournament.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. Different areas of grass, the tide's different. There's no eel grass. It's spawning. They're not spawning. They're on docks. They're not. They're shell beds. So it's kind of refreshing that it's not the same thing over and over and over and over again.
I know that there's an event there that like we talked about where one of my old roommates, Bryan Schmidt, just won the event this weekend or this past week down on Toho. And he's always been strong in Florida. I know one time we were at Okeechobee and he finished second at a tour event there. But I think that this last weekend puts him ahead or breaks the all-time record. He holds the record of the most Costa, Toyota, whatever you want to call that series wins, right? And I don't know if that's at 6 or 7. I think it's at 7. But if you look at those wins, almost every one of them, except for the one that he just won last week, which was in Florida, comes off of tidal rivers. And the Potomac, the Chesapeake Bay. I mean, this guy is without a doubt one of the best tidal river system fishermen that's probably ever fished. And that's what this place is. So, a guy like that, I know some of the locals that you had talked about that are from there, that are in this event also run that tide to their success. With less warm weather and less spawners, right? The more that's going to play.
All right, let's go to the phones. You ready, Matt?
I got my Excel spreadsheet pulled up.
Very nice. Hey, you're on BTL. Who is this?
This is Dave in Alabama.
Dave, how are you, man?
What's going on?
Doing well. All right, what is your above or below selection?
I'm going Scott Martin below.
And
weight 83.3.
All right, man. Is it cold in Alabama yet?
Actually, we're going to be warm for the next couple days, and then it's going to get cold. And Friday, got the Gunnersville BFL coming up, as a matter of fact.
Ooh, might be a little chilly. All right, man. Appreciate the call.
All righty, tie out for the win at the last tournament. You kind of didn't let me double dip there. Tie out for the win, 78-11.
We'll take hey Dave. I'll take care of you if Ty Al wins that event. I will take care of you.
Yeah.
I'll throw you the Sunline spool because that's a good. I'll tell you what, that's a legit pick too.
Right,
we had Ty on BTO. Remember that, Mark?
Oh yeah,
he was. That
guy's killing it.
Very impressive. That was the show that the aliens abducted me. Like I just talked about. That was the Ty Al show where I was late, where I was driving and I lost an hour of my life. You remember that one, Brad? I told you about that.
Yeah.
I literally just an hour of my life disappeared. I got up, I did the exact same thing, and then I come in and we're halfway through the Ty Al interview. It's freaking weird.
I remember we got a cancellation day at the U.S. Open, and we sat in a Waffle House, and in walked Ty Al. Do you remember that? Sitting in the back of the room, and you and I were both just like, man, this is so cool to come here and see all these guys we've never seen.
Yeah, because he's one of those guys that like is A, he's got a memorable name, and B, like there's just a little mystique or aura about those West Coast guys that you never like Zaldane kind of had that before he came over. Like, oh, that's that West Coast dude.
Yeah. All right, back to the phones. Hey, you're on BTL. Who is this?
This is John.
John, where are you calling from?
Missouri.
Cool. What's your above or below pick?
We'll go with Steve Kennedy.
Okay. You want above or below?
40.
I think he's going to do better than 40.
Okay.
Above. Winning weight.
Your total winning weight.
And 72 pounds.
All right. Got it, man. Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
All right.
Steve's sneaky good on the St. John's. I went back and looked at his results. He's got some top fives. He has some middle of the road finishes, but there's a number of those guys, with as many times as they went there starting back in 2012 that, this is their 5th or 6th time there.
Yeah. All right. Back to the phones. Hey, you're on BTL. Who is this?
Hey, Tim in Buffalo, New York.
Hey, Tim. Now, talk about cold. Holy crap. We're complaining about 6 degrees. How cold is it in Buffalo today?
It's actually 21, a balmy 21 today.
Wow, heat wave. All right, who's your pick?
I'm going to go John Cox. Better than 20th.
Above 20th place. All right. All right, man. Appreciate the call. Stay warm.
We need a wait.
What about the
weight? Oh,
weight?
yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. How about 84.8?
Got it, Matt?
Got it.
All right. Thanks for calling, man.
Okay, take it easy.
See you. All right.
If you want to, after you're done, you can throw in a bonus question to Bradley.
Mark, that better or worse is what works the best.
Okay.
I agree.
I don't care what we
Well,
what we call
I'm just involved this morning. I didn't listen to yesterday's show, and I already saw an issue a second ago. And yeah, better or worse than that number is the easiest way to distinguish that. Panger is a great grammatical, he's a writer. He's all these things. I can't spell cat, but I'm starting to question your math there, bub.
My math?
I tried to give away the studio cat yesterday.
The Steve Kennedy, the pick on Kennedy, he said above. And you and I both see above the same way, Mark, but I don't think Panger saw it that way.
Yeah,
he saw it being worse.
No.
Okay.
He's had it. No, we're all on the same page.
Okay. All right.
Better or worse is what you want to call this.
I think it's just easier. Yes.
All right, I'm good with that. I'll change the graphic the next time we do this.
But we're still sticking with above or below for this one?
No, we'll call it better or worse. It really doesn't matter as long as everybody
here. So below would then become worse.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Oops, I said worse. And above would be better.
Worser. There's your word. Worser.
Oh, jeez. All right. You ready, Matt?
So we've got Dave with Scott Martin worse than 15th, and then John and Tim went Kennedy and Cox, but both better than 40th and 20th.
All right. You good?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to the phones. Hey, you're on BTL. Who is this?
This is John, Kansas.
John. All right. Who's your better or worse pick?
I got to go Scott Martin, worse than 15th.
And total winning weight?
70 pounds, 7 ounces.
All right. Anything you want to ask Bradley?
Bradley, what's up? I can't think of nothing. Glad you're on the show.
All right. There you have it. All right, man. Thanks for calling.
Thanks, guys.
All right. See you. I keep forgetting they can't hear.
I was going to say they can't hear me anyway,
But you can hear them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear them.
Yeah. All right, back to the phones. Hey, you're on BTL. Who is this?
Hey, is this me?
Yeah. Who is this?
Hey, this is Chad McDonald from West Virginia.
Chad, who's your better or worst pick?
I'm going to go with John Cox, and I got him finishing above or better or over 15. You pick which one fits the bill there.
Okay, there you have it, Matt. Winning weight.
We're going to go 89.9.
All right, got it, man. Appreciate you calling.
Sweet, man.
All right.
Yeah, thank you.
See ya.
All right. You have a scrolling across the bottom, right, Mark? What your options are?
Yeah.
If in case you're not watching, you're listening. You got Steve Kennedy in 40th, Jason Christie 25th, John Cox 20th, Scott Martin 15th, and Bryan New in 30th. So your options are Kennedy, Christie, Cox, Martin, or New.
There you
it's
have it.
It's a wide variety of guys.
All right, back to the phones. Hey, you're on BTL. Who is this? Hello?
Hello.
Hello? All right, he's gone. Next call. Hey, you're on BTL. Who is this?
Hey, hello?
Yeah, who is this?
Yeah, this is Keith from Tomball, Texas.
Keith, who's your better or worse pick?
I think Steve Kennedy finishes better than 40th.
All right, total winning weight?
82.6.
82 pounds, 6 ounces.
All right, got it. Keith, thanks, man.
Thank you.
All right, see you. All right. Hey, you're on BTL. Who is this?
This is Bridget.
Bridget, where are you calling from?
Kentucky.
Very nice. All right, so who's your better or worse pick?
Steve Kennedy, better than the 40.
Okay.
And the weight is 82.3.
Got it, Matt?
Got it.
All right, thanks for calling, Bridget.
Thanks.
All right, see you.
Bye.
All right. Hey, you're on BTL. Who is this?
Hey, Mark, it's Colby from Tennessee.
Colby, how are you, man?
I'm doing good. How about y'all guys?
We are doing marvelous, trying to stay warm, and we want to hear what your pick is, man.
Hey, I'm going to take Bryan New above 30th.
All right, total winning weight?
73 pounds, 8 ounces.
Got it.
Got it, man. Be safe.
All right.
See you.
All right, you too, man.
All right.
That might be a sleeper pick there with Bryan. What is your familiarity with Bryan New, Brad?
Very good friends with him.
Talk a little bit about him. We saw what he did in the Opens. I know you've talked to him a little bit. But
if he's hitting an elite stage and people aren't aware of him, I don't know how they're not at this point, but he is Brian Thrift's protege. He spent many years with Brian Thrift, lived with Brian Thrift. And when I say lived, not like at his house, but on the road, on tour. He was Thrift's co-angler. He practiced with him every day. He traveled with him. They came together. They left together. They do everything together. So he kind of got to see that whole process. Plus, he's friends with everybody else too. And he has a work ethic that is tenacious, to say the least. He will be ready. I do think he's a superstar in the making, and we all know it in the industry. We've all known it for a long time. I've had him in the back of my boat as a co-angler. He's one of the greatest co-anglers I've ever had in the back of my boat. Top one or two ever. He's an incredible fisherman.
What would you say his strengths are?
His strengths are that he doesn't have any weaknesses. He has none. He has no weakness, dude, and I mean that.
Wow.
How is he different from Thrift, I guess, is a question. Because to me, they kind of look the same. They act the same. They're like, oh, golly geez. And then you look at their stuff and you're like, this is like quantum mechanic physics level stuff on the front of the boat. Mm-hmm. And then we learned that Bryan New is that Thrift is super OCD with this stuff. They kind of play the golly gee card, don't they?
Oh, absolutely. They both, play the golly gee. I just kind of just out here and I fumble around and I got lucky and, I caught a 12-pounder over here. There are some differences, New acts like they're different, and I think they are, but I don't really know where those are. I mean, New, it's almost like two guys that know each other themselves really well, and they see the differences. But when you look at them from the outside, man, I don't know. The biggest differences are he doesn't have all the trophies and accolades that Thrift has. Other than that, they're coming.
Wow. All right, good stuff there. Let's go back to the phones. Hey, you're on PTL. Who is this?
It's Cody from Northeast Ohio.
All right, Cody, who's your pick?
I'm going to do Scott Martin. I'm going to do worse than 15th and 82.6.
I didn't catch that. It broke up on me.
82.6.
No, the whole thing broke up.
Yes, sir.
He wants worse than Scott.
Yeah.
Worse than 15th and 82.6.
Okay.
Got it. Colby in Northeast
Cody.
Ohio.
Cody.
Yes, sir.
All right, got it. Thanks for calling.
Yep, thank you.
All right, see you. Was it Cody or Colby?
Cody. Colby called in from Tennessee before, and then we had the Bryan New break, and now Cody called in from Ohio.
Okay, got it. Hey, you're on BTL. Who is this?
This is John, East Tennessee.
John, who's your pick?
Got Jason Christie, better.
All right.
And total winning weight?
93. Got a comment for Bradley?
Hey, Mark, I know that guy really, really well. Not like a little bit, really
93.
well.
Got it. All right, Mark, your turn. Tell him to talk to Bradley.
All right, go ahead and ask Bradley a question, man.
Hey, tell him we've got something special coming to Douglas Lake for Pangrick.
So,
all right.
This is John Peters is who this is. He was a engineer that worked with my father at Oak Ridge, Tennessee. They were really good friends. And
it's not going to be cherries.
Last time it was cherries and moonshine when Scott Martin and all of us rolled in. He was standing on the front porch the first morning we were there, and he had the the moonshine cherries that they make in Tennessee, and a couple. He's a great friend, great guy.
All right, cool stuff. Thanks for calling, John.
Thank you, bud.
All right, see you. They're hooking you up.
Yeah,
Matt.
I hope you have to. It sounds like I'm going to be fishing very slow in that tournament.
Well, when you're on places, like we were last fall, it just kind of helps to take the edge off sometimes when it's one bite a day for, the whole day of practice.
Wow. All right. Do you have 10, Matt?
31.
I have 10.
I got 10.
All right. We're good to go.
We have wait, do we have someone? Yeah, we've got Kennedy, Martin, John
Christie.
Cox, yeah, he just picked Christie. John did.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, as the first one. Better than 25th.
All right, here we go. Hey, you're on BTL. Who is this?
Hello?
Yeah, you're on BTL. Who is this?
This is Eric from Virginia.
Eric, who's your pick?
I'm going Bryan New, better than 30.
And winning weight?
90 pounds, 9 ounces.
All right, very nice. Thanks for calling.
Yep, thank you.
All right, see you. Is there anybody that hasn't been selected, Matt?
No, I think we've got everybody on there.
All right.
That means we did a good job of picking.
All right, back to the phones. Hey, you're on BTL. Who is this? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, who is this?
Ray.
Ray? Where are you calling from, Ray?
Ohio.
All right, you have your pick?
Sure do. I got to take Jason Christie over, above, better.
And winning weight?
93.11.
All right, appreciate it, Ray.
Oh, thank you.
See you.
They're going a lot higher than our picks, than a lot of the callers went with the Okeechobee.
Yeah, that's interesting. I like how he covered all the gamuts right there. Above, worse.
Yeah,
better.
That might have to be one of the new T-shirts that are still in production right now. Just above, worse, over. Fast Talk Live.
Oh, jeez. All right, back to the phones. Hey, you're on BTL. Who is this?
Hey, Mark. It's Blaine in Arizona.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing great, man. Who are your pick? Or what is your pick? Not who.
Steve Kennedy, better than 40th, 82.7.
All right, got it, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks. You guys have a great day.
Thanks, man. See you. All right, man. They are just lined up in the queue.
I see you're giving away cash money, Mark.
No, I'm not. I'm giving away a gift card.
With cash money on it.
Yeah.
He got offended yesterday, Brad. I asked him how much was on the $100 gift card.
How bad is that?
I would be offended too.
Yeah.
Maybe concerned.
Jeez.
How much is on that $100 gift card?
It was a joke because one time he sent one of our listeners a previously worn 3X hoodie from a high school that he no longer coached at. You can't make that up.
It was bonus. Come on.
He wears it like a nightgown.
3X hoodie.
From a high school, a used one, worn one that he from a school.
It wasn't worn.
That.
It wasn't worn. It was still in the package. I'm just passing on the love there, Bradley. Jeez.
I hear you.
All right,
closet.
All right, back to the phones. Hey, you're on BTL. Who is this?
Hey, this is Rusty from Missouri again.
Hey, Rusty.
And I have Jason Christie, better than 25. Overall weight's 89.1. But I
I got a funny feeling. I believe Kyle Welcher's going to pull this out. Him and Mr. New there, I think, is going to do real well this year on the Elite Series.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I think they're going to light it up. I don't know about winning right out of the gate, but they're definitely going to light it up this year. All right, man. Thanks for calling, Rusty.
All right. Thank you.
All right. See you. Do you think those guys, how much pressure do those guys have on them, Brad?
Oh, you talking about Welcher and New?
Yeah.
Well, Welcher's been there for a couple of years, right? So, I mean,
this is his second year.
Yeah. I mean, this is New's first year. Man, I mean, those guys know what they're in for. Both of them do. You know, they know what they're down for. I don't think it's any different than any other tournament. Do I think Bryan New has even a little bit more oomph and fire? 110%. Yeah.
I think they catch fish so consistently. I think there's a.
I don't know how any of them could work any harder than they do. You know.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the results in the history. Both New and Welcher, who I say has been there, but I mean they catch fish everywhere they go so consistently.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I think a lot of the time when you get guys that are freaked out is when they start not catching fish. Would you not agree, Brad?
Yeah, definitely.
Like that's the worst thing when the field is catching fish and you're not catching fish. Yeah. That's like I know for me, that's a major like, oh my gosh, what's going on upstairs? Am I making bad decisions? But those guys consistently catch fish. So that's like something that they don't have to really, not worry about, but that's something that they have a gift for coming in with 5.
Yeah.
All right, back to the phones. Hey, you're on BTL. Who is this?
Yes, this is Jaron from Oklahoma. I've got Jason Christie better than 25, and the winning weight is 80 pounds, 5 ounces.
Okay, did you say that was Jaron?
Yes.
80 pounds, 5 ounces?
80 pounds, 5 ounces.
Yes, sir.
All right, got it, man. Thanks for calling.
Thanks.
All right, see you. All right, back to the phones. Hey, you're on BTL. Who is this?
Hey, this is Thad Miller from Oklahoma.
What's up, man?
How's it going?
Doing fantastic. Who is your pick?
I'm going to go Scott Martin, better than 15th.
And winning weight?
I'm going to keep it kind of low, probably 58 pounds, 6 ounces.
58?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Thanks for calling, man.
Thanks.
All right, see you. That's kind of low.
We've seen those low weights sometimes.
Yeah. Is this cold? Is the cold weather supposed to make it down to Florida this week? I don't think so.
No, not really. It's supposed to be warm. So, Brad, you've won in Florida. You've done this. When one of those massive cold fronts hits, obviously we know Florida strains don't like it. Do the fish leave, or do they just bury up and just become neutral to negative?
Neutral to negative more so than leave.
So you're putting your bait around a lot of fish that are just not reacting to it at all.
Correct. That's the majority. I mean, there's some that probably leave and go other places, but for the most part, it is a neutral. That's why you see that BB cricket and stuff like that, and the mats become a big deal in the colder tournaments. It's a smaller profile. Those fish are just huddled up tighter and under mats and stuff, trying to stay warm. I mean, they're using the mat as warmth, but the mat's only warm if the sun's out. But yeah, it's usually they're still sitting there. They just become inactive.
When you won in Florida, I remember it was super windy. Was it a cold front also?
Yeah. Oh, it's always a cold front in Florida, dude. It's the same for everybody all the time. It's like very seldom do you get a whole week of but yeah, it was cold front. The cold front came in on day 2, but it didn't really negatively affect the water temperature. It took a couple of days to get it down there, but by the last day of the event, it was, terrible for everyone in the top 10.
All right, man, back to the phones. Hey, you're on BTL. Who is this?
David from Florida.
Sunny Florida. David, what are your picks?
Scott Martin, worse than 15, 75 pounds.
All right, where at in Florida are you from?
North Florida, right on the Georgia line.
Okay. All right, man. Appreciate the call.
Thank you.
All right. All right. What is that, Matt? 18?
I got 17.
Okay. I missed that last one. That's fine. All right, let's go back to the phones. Hey, you're on BTL. Who is this?
Hey, this is Pete from Denton, Texas.
Pete, what are your
Yes.
picks?
Oh, we're going to go Kennedy with the under. Well, I guess that's better than 40th. And we're going to go 69 pounds.
So he will finish in the top 4.
And I had a question for Bradley.
All right, you won't be able to hear his response, but go ahead and ask the question.
Well, I'll click back over and
All
see.
right.
I was out on Choke and saw him on Thursday. We were sweating pretty good. It was pretty warm. I was wondering how he did. That's it. I'll hang up and listen.
All right, man. Take care.
So, yeah, we just got back from Choke Canyon, Castledine. Jason Bonds and Upshaw and I all went down there to film and do some YouTube stuff, and we were down there for 3 days, basically. Todd had a lot better trip than we did. He has one day on that day that you're talking about on Thursday. I think he had a 39-pound bag, so pretty strong, close to 40. It was mixed results for us. We caught some 6-7 pounders, but very few. Some 5s and 4s, but Andrew and I both struggled to get bit. Something happened down there. Like the fishing was like extraordinary, like right before we went. And Zona was down there and did some filming and stuff, and they all crushed them. And we got there, and everybody's like, "Dude, we don't know what happened, but the fishing's not very good right now." And it was a little bit off, and it was, but it was better than average fishing. I mean, even when the fishing's not good, right? So Choke Canyon's a really special place right now. But it definitely had a curveball for us. It was a rough week.
All right, back to the phones. Hey, you're on BTL. Who is this?
Chris in New Hampshire.
Chris in New Hampshire. Who do you like?
I'm going to go with Scott Martin, better.
Scott Martin, better, and total winning weight?
86.7.
Got it, Matt?
I got it. That's the second bass fisherman I've ever talked to from New Hampshire. I drew a kid from Cumberland who was from New Hampshire.
Really?
Yeah. He said it's pretty good bass fishing.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, man. See ya. All right. What number is that, Matt?
Like 19 or 20.
I've lost count. Let me know when we get to 25. Hey, you're on BTL. Who are we talking with?
Hey. Alex from Michigan.
Alex, what are your picks?
I'm going to say Scott Martin finishes worse than 15th.
And total weight?
I'm going to go with, 79, 6 ounces.
All right, man. Appreciate the call.
Yep, have a good one.
All right, see you. Back to the phones. Hey, you're on BTL. Who is this?
Hey, this is Jamie from Virginia.
Jamie. What's your
How
pick?
you guys doing?
Doing good, man. What's your pick?
I'm going to go with Bryan New, better than 30th. So I guess that's the over with the redneck math we're doing.
All right, and total
Math is tough.
Total winning weight.
I'm going to go with 87.11. I think they'll do a little bit better. I think, even though there's not going to be a lot of vegetation, I think some guys will figure out the title part, and it'll be more title influence than it will be anything else. So,
all right, man. Very nice. Appreciate the call. Stay warm.
You too, guys.
All
Take
right,
care. Appreciate
see
it.
Second one, huh, Matt?
Mm-hmm. That's 21. So we got like 3 more calls, and then we'll do a bonus call.
All right.
If you haven't called in already, then.
Hey, you're on BTL. Who is this?
It's Toby from Dandridge.
How are you, man?
Toby.
Doing good.
What'd you say, Matt?
What's his name?
Toby.
Hobie. Hobie.
Hobie.
Oh,
Hobie.
I got you. Yep, from Tennessee.
Yep. Got it. All right, who's your pick?
All right, I'm going to go Scott Martin, better than 15th, and 82.4 for the weight.
All right. You got it, Matt?
Yep.
All right, thanks for calling, man.
Thank you.
See you. Hey, Matt, do you think anybody out there, and I know we have a lot of people that have listened for a long, long time. Do you think anybody out there knows the very first guest we ever had on BTL?
Yeah, we've talked about it 3 times.
I know. Do you think I should give something else away once we get done if somebody can name the very first guest? I think I've got an old pair of sweats over here, maybe a basketball that we played with. Let's see here. How about a mouse that doesn't work anymore? Maybe a bowling ball with 12 holes in it.
I was kind of interested in this because I don't know the answer to this question.
And we'll get to it. We'll get to it when we get to our number here. All right, back to the phones. Let's see here. Hey, you're on BTL. Who is this?
This is Josh from North Carolina.
Josh, who's your pick?
Let's go Christie for worse than 25th. And I'll say total weight, 68 pounds due to the fall delays.
Ooh.
Oh, good strategy there.
Yeah.
All right. You got it, Matt?
Yep.
All right, man. Thanks for calling.
Yes. Yes.
All right. How many more? 2 more?
Yep.
2 more. All right. 2 more calls. Hey, you're on BTL. Who is this?
Hey, it's Matt from Minnesota.
Matt, what's the temperature right now in Minnesota?
We're all the way up to -2 right now.
Very nice. That's what it's going to be here in Oklahoma. Can't believe it. -2 on Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to put a sweatshirt on when I went outside yesterday.
That's awesome. That's good stuff. All right, man. Who is your pick?
I'm going to go Christie does worse than 25th. Winning weight, 82.7.
All right, man. Appreciate the call.
All right, thanks.
All right, see you. All right. People on the instant feedback on the YouTube, they got it right. So
with that last pick, is Jason the only one with the worse than other than Scott Martin? Matt, on your little board there?
Scott Martin, and the last 2 are Jason worse than.
Interesting. All right, so this is the last call. Matthew?
Yeah, Steve Kennedy, Jason Christie, John Cox, Scott Martin, and Bryan New. That was a good group of guys.
I have one under Jason Christie, not the 2 of them. I only have the one.
Didn't Josh from North Carolina also go Jason Christie worse than with 68 pounds?
Yep.
And then Matt from Minnesota went worse than 82.7.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Final call in the better or worse. Hey, you're on BTL. Who is this?
This is Matt from Kentucky.
Matt, what's your pick?
I got Steve Kennedy, worse than 40th. Weight of 68 pounds, 2 ounces.
All right, man. Appreciate the call. All right, he's out.
All right, bonus call. Last caller, right?
All right.
Bonus call. So here's the deal. The next caller, which will be the last caller, 600-yard spool sunline sniper, if you also get to do the over-under or the better worse than pick. But if you pick the winner and your winning weight is within 5 pounds, send you some sunline sniper bulk spool.
All right, let's go to the phones. Hey, you're on BTL. Who is this?
This is Levi from Texas.
Levi, you are the bonus caller today.
Nice.
All right. Hey, turn your volume down on your computer there real quick.
Who Who is your yeah, go for it, Marcus. Pick to win.
Yeah. All right, first, let's do your better or worst. Who you picking in that?
Christie will do better than 25.
Okay.
And total winning weight?
84.6.
84 pounds, 6 ounces.
Yeah. And then the bonus pick, who would you pick to win the tournament?
Let's go Welcher.
All right. And if
84.6.
If your winning weight is within 5 pounds, is that right, Matt?
Yep.
You're going to win
79.6 to 89.6.
Yeah, that's good math right there.
Yeah, I use my fingers.
Wow. All right, Levi, man, appreciate the call. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, see you.
Bye.
There we go.
All right, we've got to do this real quick. Brad, let's get your picks real quick. Who would you take out of the list? Who would your better or worse be? And then make note of this, Matt. We'll put this on the roster, too.
I mean, I guess, statistically, mathematically, it's easier just to take Scott Martin and say worse than. But, man, I mean, that's just going off the percentages. Like, I don't know where he could win his first event there. Man, I don't know. So I'm going to take Bryan New, and I'll say better than. Better than 30th.
Winning weight?
I think it's going to be somewhere shy of 20 pounds a day, so 70, 78, 13.
All right, you got that, Matt?
Yep.
All right, who's your pick?
I think Steve Kennedy pops the top 40. Better, and I think it's dead nuts 80 pounds, 20 pounds a day on the button. What about you, Mark?
All right, my pick, I am going to take John Cox, worse than 20th place. And my winning weight is 82 pounds, 2 ounces.
Bold move going against John Cox in Florida.
I'm rolling the dice.
All right, I got it all. I will, as soon as the show's over, I'll send this to you. So I just did it in the same file as yesterday's callers too. So.
Okay, cool. Very nice. So, folks, both the picks from yesterday and today will be posted this afternoon, early afternoon, on basszone.com. So check those out. And if for some reason we don't have the right information, if you look at that, all right, come on, be honest, people. All right, I'm going to give you till
I think we got it.
tomorrow.
Good.
Just in case. It's not an opportunity to change anything. It's just if we're way off base and got it totally wrong, shoot me an email and we'll get it corrected.
A couple people want to know, Mr. Hallman, what is this new camera mount that you've been teasing and showing?
Yeah, I should have mentioned when that guy just asked about a Choke Canyon. So we just filmed. I've got my first video done. It's going to drop today. So you guys want to see new camera angle, Choke Canyon, biggins, and all that. Just go to my YouTube channel. You will see it by this afternoon, by the time you get off work for sure, maybe even by lunchtime. So the video's done. I'll drop it today. You guys will see it's got a lot of a new camera angle. It's a camera angle.
Have you seen this, Mark? Have you seen this, Mark?
I have not.
Dude,
do you even know about it?
No.
Oh gosh.
This is stuff I've learned from Jeffries right through the years. Like, he told me innovative, right? That's what you've got to be. So
that's right.
That's what I'm doing. I mean, dude, I've got a new camera angle that's different than anything that's been out there. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I'm just proud of it, but dude, it may be the next thing in bass fishing. Like, it is totally different. Totally different. It's an angle that you haven't seen.
Can you talk about it?
Yeah, it's on my YouTube channel. You can go there and see it. I built the mount and laid it out there. There's a whole video on it.
Well, hang on a second here. Let me look at something real quick.
I mean, Brad's gonna have a booth at ICAST next year. That's how cool it is. He's gonna have the little booth bunny out there in a bikini, with the mount, holding it.
I'm on prototype number 2. I'm going to have prototype 3. It's going to be done, and I believe I'm going to turn it over to my Uncle John and let him make them, and we're going to sell them, I believe. So they'll be out pretty quick.
So which one is it on? Which video? Because I've got all your videos pulled up.
I can't even remember the title. It's just it's 2 or 3 down. So just past the co-anglers. I've done a couple of co-angler series, and then
secrets to the best co-anglers.
No, past that.
Best bait of all time.
No, past that.
After dark fishing Q&A. No,
you've already passed it.
Selfie stick. Is that
it?
Yeah,
selfie stick for your boat. That is it.
Okay, let me see.
You just click on the very beginning of it. You'll see it.
Oh.
You watch the first 30 seconds.
They're making money here.
I know it. Why has everybody got to do that?
That's interesting.
Uh-huh.
Well, here, I'm going to get it queued up to where everybody can see it here. Give me a second.
I haven't watched that video in a while, but it seems like the first 30 seconds, it goes down and yeah, that'd be it.
Is that it?
That is it.
Okay,
Let that thing roll for just a second.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, Bubba. Yeah, Bubba.
That's pretty cool, Bradley.
Then scroll to the end of that video, Mark, and it'll see what the picture looks like.
Huh. All right, let's see here. At the end?
Yeah, even further towards the end, right? Right, Brad, isn't it? Yeah, there it is. Look at that.
That's the angle you're looking at.
Wow.
Does that not remind you of yourself, Mark?
Heck yeah. Oh, I got to give it up to you, Bradley.
Hey, dude, and the audio is you don't even have to wear a microphone because you're talking to it. You catch a fish and you want to talk about the bait and the lure and the selection you just caught it on.
Yeah.
You just talk while you just continue fishing. It's not like at your back. This is the whole problem with what we've been doing all these years. It's the camera's mounted on that stupid windshield, and 1 year of me editing video, looking at my back, I'm like, this is a freaking waste.
I know. All my comments are on, nice bedazzled jeans.
Yeah.
You wearing the girlfriend's jeans.
Yeah.
Oh my. So what do you do when you're I guess you can't do it when you're flipping trees or something. We couldn't use it at Lake X, could we?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. Dude, I just used it at Choke Canyon. It's nothing but solid trees. That was prototype 1 you saw right there. I'm on prototype number 2, which is it's flexible. It comes in you can get it out of the way. Look, I'm building mine to tournament fish with. This is not some gimbal mount that for, some YouTuber. I mean, any of us can hang a camera to go out there. Matt and I could go fish out here on Hefner and make a video. Yeah. I wanted one that I can strap on my boat, Army issue, to go across Lake Erie. And that's what this thing is.
Hey, doesn't
this
your
thing
wife
protected, right?
Yeah, doesn't your wife do copyright or patent law?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we good.
Very nice. Very nice. Dude, that is impressive. That is quite cool.
Yeah. I hope it works as well. I mean, we fished with it all last week and it's not in the way. You can get around it. There's going to be some situations where I could see maybe around docks, skipping docks, it could be a problem, but you're just going to have to bring it in and, not use it. But I've got it to where it's a quick done. Let's go fishing.
So do you have a name for it?
I'm somewhere around, cause all my YouTube is Big Stick Productions.
Yeah.
This could be the Big Stick. This could be something along those lines. It'll be something with Big Stick.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. All right, man. Well, that's going to wrap up our, what are we calling it now? Better or worse contest for the very first Elite Series.
That's going to be kind of impressive. So you went from I don't do sponsors or camera stuff, leave me alone.
Yeah.
To catching fish with the bait that you designed with the camera mount that you designed
right.
on the YouTube channel that you built.
Right.
Has it been fun? Or
yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I mean, I enjoy it, dude. I mean, like I said,
thing.
I've told a lot of guys this. You know, what was the change? It's just, you know, I got to a point in my life where I was like, hey, I'm this old. What do you want to do? So, I mean, when you're 65, 70, and you're looking back, this is where I want to be. This is the industry that I want to be involved in, you know, completely, 100%. So it's not just the fishing, it's the whole thing. So that's where I am. Mark knows I've always been ate up with fishing since he's known me, right? Mark and I've known each other for over 20 years. So
yeah. It's pretty epic though, because Bradley and I remember the conversation we had. We've mentioned it on this show before. Hey man, I think it'd be a cool idea if you get involved with the show and I don't want nothing to do with that, man. I just want to catch fish.
Yep.
That's all I want to do. I just want to go out and catch them.
Yep.
And look at you now, man.
Yep.
You're at the forefront of so many things and got hooked up with some tremendous people that are involved from a digital aspect. So I'm proud of you, man.
I appreciate it. You guys have been a huge help to me as well.
Yeah, that's great stuff. All right, folks, tomorrow we have a Sunline Hotline show planned, but here's the situation. If Matt cannot get to the studio because of the way that the system works, there's no way that you can hear Matt respond to your questions.
I'm going to try.
So we're gonna wait and see. Hopefully Matt can get in studio. Bradley, if for some reason Matt can't get in studio because of the turnpike, is there any way that you might be able to make it in studio tomorrow?
I'll be honest, Mark, I may fight the same thing. You know, I'm 45 minutes north of you, and it hasn't warmed up. I mean, nothing has melted since yesterday. I can tell you a little more because I know I have to make some trips to the barn because I got some horses down there that we've got to take care of come ice, snow, sleet, or hail. So I'll know just from that little trip how the roads are.
As much as they take, you'll be down there spooning that horse to keep it warm over the next 48 hours.
Jeez.
Spooning that horse.
Come on, man. Why you got to go there, Matthew? Jeez. Somebody said a day 3 with Frank Scalish. Well, Frank's going to be on Thursday and on Friday because, folks, don't forget, shoot me an email, mark@bassone.com, if you want to be part of the very first BTL watch party of the season. It will be day number 2 from the SJR, and Frank is going to be breaking down for 90 minutes the action that takes place on the water. You won't miss any of the live action over on Bassmaster.com, and it's going to be cool to see Frank break stuff down on what's going down in Florida. So we'll do that on Friday. We'll have the rattlebait, the lipless crankbait show on Thursday with Frank, and then hopefully keep our fingers crossed we'll be able to do the Sunline Hotline show. If not, we'll figure something out.
What people don't realize is I'm 2 hours away. It's not like I'm like, oh, I don't want to drive across town. Like, I mean, I'm 100 plus miles on a turnpike.
You guys brought up a good point at the beginning of this too. You know, one, there is the delay between live and what's replayed. If a caller calls in, asks his question just like you do with sports radio, and then you take it off the air and you hang up after you ask the question, there's no reason why they can't hear the full response either.
Well, that's true too, because there's about anywhere from a 30-second to all the way up to a 60-second delay. So that's a good idea, Bradley.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get it worked out. The main thing is we got to make sure we're safe. There's no reason for Matt to try and get out and drive down on the ice rink. But we are in for 6-7 days of sub-freezing weather here in Oklahoma, and we got a little precip coming in on that too. So it's going to be a challenge, and probably going to have to break that boat in, Matthew, in Florida, not in Oklahoma.
Yeah, Brad gave me a talk about that and kind of calmed me down. He was like, listen, dude, he's like, he ain't the first person that's ever going to take a boat not completely broken in down to Florida at the beginning of the year. He's like, that's how I normally break them in.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, we're going to work good together at the house. I'm gonna freak out over stuff. You're gonna calm me down. I'm gonna find something off the wall. It's gonna help you out a little. I mean, it'll work out perfect.
Absolutely.
All right. Very nice. Once again, thank you so much. The phone did not stop ringing yesterday, today. Pretty incredible the amount of the number of people that have called in and have taken part in this little contest. So couple $100 going out to the fans as we continue Fan Appreciation Week here on BTL. So, Bradley, I'll give you a call, man. Just keep me posted. Let me know if you can jump in here tomorrow, if you can come in studio. If not, you're more than welcome to jump in on the feed just like you did today.
I like this, man. This is nice right here.
Yeah.
You've been telling me to do it for a while.
I know.
I finally got on here. I enjoyed being here with you guys.
I know. It's good stuff. So, everybody stay tuned. We will hopefully have the Sunline Hotline show tomorrow. If not, we'll still have a show. We'll do something, and then we'll move the Sunline Hotline show to next Wednesday. That's it. We're out of here. Everybody be safe, and most importantly, stay warm. We'll see you tomorrow.